What's going on, boys? Today we are talking ISTP INTJ mistypes, a common problem I've seen popping up lately. Now, you see something similar in INTPs and ISTJs. They can look similar, but unlike the other pairing, INTPs and ISTJs are easier to distinguish. I think it comes down to differences between SI-NE and NI-SE. INTPs and ISTJs tend to be, at least superficially, chiller than ISTPs and INTJs. At least in the stagnation sense. INTPs and ISTJs, because of SI, end up getting comfortable with and presenting hard their function stacks. That makes them easy to distinguish despite superficial similarities. ISTPs and INTJs, on the other hand, are forward-leaning types. You will see more aggression in them, you will see more curtness in them, and you will see more reaching or peacocking shadow functions than you will in INTPs and ISTJs. This isn't to say INTPs and ISTJs don't peacock shadow functions, they absolutely do, and this isn't to say ISTPs and INTJs are all like this. We are talking specifically about the ISTP INTJ mistype. How do you know this mistype is happening? Well, firstly, using Sakhanorva, look at their functions. Their Grant, Myers, and Myers-Briggs results will be split between ISTP and INTJ. Their functions will show a high degree of TI and TE as well as NI. Sakhanorva, people say Sakhanorva has an intuitive bias. I kind of see it, this isn't always the case, but in this mistype, you will absolutely see those three functions boosted through the roof. In fact, those three functions will be so boosted, it will be hard to type them just by looking at normal function trends. This mistype will almost always have low FE and a moderate degree of FI. The difficulty with this mistype and that trend is it from a real preference for FI, or do they just hate FE that much they're boosting FI? You don't see this problem with INTPs because although their FE will almost always score super low, their FI will not be high. ISTPs, on the other hand, the mistyping ones, will present with higher FI because fuck people. On the ISTP side of the mistype, the FI will come not from an actual set of values, but from a refusal to be swayed, which is prompted by FE, which is why their FE is so low. They aren't just repressing it, they actively hate it and will do things against it, generating what seems to be FI. It isn't. And on the INTJ side, you see that overrepresented TI because they want to think they're smart in the TI sense. Additionally, you'll see higher SE in these mistyping INTJs because they want to see themselves as daring, as gregarious. Maybe they are, but they definitely aren't good at it. Unfortunately, they're the one taking the test. So, how do you spot this mistype in the wild? They're going to come off as chill but angry, combative. They're going to feel the need to prove everyone wrong. They are going to compare themselves to others constantly. They're going to talk negatively about other people constantly. They're going to play up their own intelligence and their own accomplishments or work ethic. They're going to seem liberated in every sense of the word on the surface, but they're going to be controlling and anxious, extremely anxious behind the scenes. They're going to be intellectually curious, perhaps more than any other type or mistype. I think this is one of the reasons we have so many fake INTJs and fake ISTPs running around. Because, sensors can't be smart, sensors can't think about things, INTJs can't be fun and gregarious. In reality, both can and are, and you'll see this in their behavior and interests. In terms of vibes, you will be able to have better conversations with them than you will with most people, but you will feel on edge most of the time. So, how do you break this mistype? Well, I gotta tell you, it's hard. It might be one of the hardest typology challenges I've run into thus far. My first method is a hypothetical designed to suss out the FE or the FI. Imagine you're going through a hard time. Someone offers you a job. You will earn a significant sum of money. The work is easy but engaging. Your hours are flexible, and the job is secure. You can work there as long or as short as you'd like. The sole downside is you will be spreading information you disagree with, and you will be working with people you disagree with. Your coworkers will be nice and will never cause you problems, but you absolutely disagree with them about something serious. And you will be spreading that sentiment you seriously disagree with to the masses. Do you take the job? Now, I've found ISTPs, including the mistypes, tend to answer yes to this. Their main concern, generally, is getting along with and surviving coworkers who disagree with them on that level, but provided they absolutely would get along with them, why wouldn't you take the job? INTJs, including the mistypes, tend to answer no. Fuck them, fuck that, fuck the whole concept of it. They would rather earn less and work harder than spread ideas they seriously disagree with, even if everything else were perfect. Second hypothetical. Let's say, regardless of your previous answer, you do take the job. Your coworkers find out you disagree with the sentiment the company is spreading. And, as it turns out, not only are they cool with it, a large number of them don't believe in the sentiment they're spreading themselves. If anything, they are nicer and more accepting of you after finding out. What do you think? How do you feel? From what I've seen, the ISTP answer usually is feel good, get comfortable, settle in, and enjoy it, as long as the information you're spreading does not cause visible negative changes to society. The INTJ answer will be even more hatred than before, and probably self-hatred. And INTJs tend to get mad at the hypothetical and me at this point. Third, the final question, do you have any anxieties or fears regarding people? This one would normally be easy to fudge or lie about, but for whatever reason, in ISTP INTJ mistypes, I see more self-reflection and honesty than I do in most types. The ISTP's answer will be something along the lines of, yes, all I want is to fit in and feel accepted as I am, and I hate people for not accepting me. This answer is why I think the ISTP INTJ mistypes, TE and NI are so high. They are coping with that anxiety and hole in their lives using success, argumentation, and reflection. The INTJ ISTP INTJ mistypes answer will be no, fuck 'em, I don't need 'em. What that translates to, I think, is absolutely, but it's more of a loneliness thing than it is a feeling accepted by the tribe in general thing, and I cope by being aggressive and reckless. That's why you see the boosted TI and SE. These clarification methods aren't comprehensive, but they point you in a good direction, give you things to look for. These two mistypes are going to look and act similarly, but what's important, or why you want to differentiate them, is you don't get this mistype without some deep-rooted problem. Constant anger is miserable, and recklessness is dangerous. Untying the problem, or even beginning to, is difficult without understanding what is creating the problem, or how the problem, the external problem, is being interpreted. So if you are an ISTP INTJ mistype, or if you know one, and you see the problems associated with this mistype and want to work on them, you need to sort out the mistype so you take the right medicine, if you want to. I don't have that medicine for you, but I hope this helps. But that about rippity wraps this one up. I hope you enjoyed watching, because I certainly enjoyed making it. I keep seeing this mistype come up, and I have struggled over it. It has been a frustrating puzzle I would like to figure out, because people of this mistype seem to have many struggles that are hard to solve without understanding why what's happening is happening. This is the best I have right now. Like if you enjoyed, because that helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't, because we do this shit sometimes, and comment your thoughts, because I love hearing from you. What are your experiences with the ISTP INTJ mistype? Are you an ISTP who was mistyped as an INTJ? INTJ who was mistyped as an ISTP? What helped you determine your type? Knowing would be useful. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We have a lot of fun on this channel. So much fun, in fact, you can put it in a capsule and take it so you can maybe focus a little better on the fun you're having. I'm trying New-Pept. It's weird, but fun. That's how much fun we have on this channel, and I look forward to doing this with you guys again in the future.